Okay, so yeah, it's actually been quite a while since I last played this game. It was, like, I don't even know how many months ago at this point. But yeah, I ran into some issues, which were actually, to be honest, entirely my doing. I just didn't realize that the file I used to play the game, that it was, like, into OneDrive somehow. So, like, I tried to open it and it wouldn't work because it was, like, in OneDrive and I was, like, signed out of it. I finally figured out the problem, though, obviously, and yeah, but before I was able to figure out the problem, I did a lot of things to try and get it to work before that, including resetting my computer. So, I had to go all the way back to the beginning and then skip all the way to this point. So yeah, that's what happened there. But, either way, I'm really happy to finally be able to play this game again. And, I'm glad that, thankfully, none of my files got lost. I was worried for a minute, like, all of my saved visual novel videos and reaction videos got lost, but they didn't. They're all there, so I'm happy, and I'm very excited to get back into this. And, yeah, I kind of had a refresher, because I skipped through the whole beginning of the game again, up to this point, and yeah, I pretty much remember what happened now, thankfully. Because otherwise I wouldn't, because it's been a while. But yeah, anyway, let's go right back into it, shall we? So yeah, Isuzu. Say this again. I also... See, it's been so long I forget which one is replay, but here it is. Yeah, this is the audio-visual room. There we go. Nice. This should be the ideal place to talk free from ruffle or excitement. Okay, Zumi-senpai isn't here, it seems. Dang, that sucks. I always saw him still standing near the entrance. Aww. I always saw him follow us here without even uttering a single comment or anything. I was honestly glad she didn't leave before we got here. We needed more members, it's fine. Hey, Suzu. No, that's how she calls me. Don't make me a Japanese confectionery. What? Her face, thinking of Suzu's face, dude. You already know me, and this is Mina Hoshizora. She's our circle's vice pres. Aoi-san doesn't show any reaction. No, I don't. Uh-oh. Hello? The music stopped. Those tarot cards are used for star divination, right? Doesn't the fact that you bring them with you to school mean you're interested in that sort of thing? Okay, sorry. We have cookies! Join the dark side, we have cookies! She interrupts Asuho mid-sentence. Please, we need more members. Please stay. I'm begging you, please stay, Isuzu. Also appears to be thunderstruck. Oh. Well, riff up. Also just stands there from mouth agape. No, don't go! Come back! Isuzu! Well, shit. Aoi-san directs a bow at us. I say a bow at us and leaves the room. Also, his recruitment attempt has met categorical rejection in less than a mere minute. Oh. Oh, don't cry, Asuho. She then breaks into tears. To be honest, I kind of felt that coming. Nobody brought up the cookies. We should have mentioned the cookies. Man, she is really true to form there. Listen, I got nothing. I only meant to say it's pretty much impossible to read her, so it's pretty expected that things wouldn't go smoothly. Did you tell her that? Again, it's been a while, and I controlled, so... You know, control skip. You just convinced yourself she was. I never said a thing about that. Probably. Come on, you're just negatively over-dramatizing this. It does, which is precisely why I haven't given up on finding another member yet. Do we have anybody else? I guess there's Setsuna, right? She hates us, doesn't she? Maybe we could get sister. I would say maybe we could get the other sister, but not, she is literally the biggest problem for us. So that's Uncle Rokita, clearly. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe Mare would want to join. Lol. These wars make her wave of complaints finally ebb. Aoi-san lives next door to me. We often run into each other in the morning, so I'll keep brawling her about it tenaciously. Oh, that's his plan, okay. Lol. I mean, hey, whatever works. Please don't give up all hope, Asaho. There might be other students who are still free, too. So all we have to do is continue hunting for members. Yeah, but only so many people have a sprite. And are a student. Also gives a mild-mannered nod. After which, she returned to her usual self. Are we going to the adjacent reference room? Nice. Man, I miss this. I miss playing this game so much. It's so good. And just the atmosphere is amazing. I missed it so much. Oh man, dude. I'm sorry, but it's just so good to be back. Compared to the AV room, it is remarkably small. However, if we were to go on, which looks like an actual club room, it would be this one. With Asaho's telescope for starters, several places in this jumbled room clearly identified as the Astro Circle's base of operations. So we're talking about stars and stuff again? Most likely, I find myself having to endlessly listen to Oslo reciting constellation maps while surrounded by star maps. That sounds awesome. Though, in all honesty, I don't really mind that. Yeah, because it sounds awesome. Oh, cool. I get to do the constellations and star maps? Nice, let's go. You mean you want me to recite the myths I know? I'm not as knowledgeable as you, plus you probably know those already anyway. Also sits down on a nearby cardboard box, and I follow suit. Yeah? She asked me that all of a sudden. You saw me? We parted ways at the club room yesterday. Since Asa apparently had to help out at the cafe, she actually left school ahead of me and Kosame-san. You waited for me? Did you need to help out at the cafe? Oh dang. Why would you wait for me? Asa ponders how to answer that question for a brief moment's time. Why go to the lookout? Is that it? What exactly? Oh yeah, that's basically what I was saying. The lookout girl. Yep. I affirm with a nod. No, I haven't seen her in forever. In the end, I was neither able to see her nor Mare. Me too, Asa, me too. Also, you're misunderstanding something fundamental here. I mean, You were with me when we investigated it, right? She isn't in this town anymore. I say that not only to her, but also to remind myself of the fact. So it's not like I'm going to the lookout because I think I might see her there by some chance. Also, directs her gaze down to her feet. Liar. Well, it's the truth. The answer that immediately comes to mind is because I want to see Mare. However, I can't put that into words. It isn't like it is something I can't tell others about. Case in point, I nonchalantly told Chinami all about it. That is true, but she's also our little sister, though. Maybe it is the atmosphere surrounding Asa that's sealing my mouth. What? Huh. Oh, dang. Asa places her hands behind herself and rests them on the cardboard box she's sitting on before lifting her chin up and gazing at the ceiling. Oh, I'm sorry, Asa. I thought you were done. Wait, no. Wait, Asa, hold a minute. I'm sorry. You went way too fast. Where's the... No. There's the backlog. Sorry, Asa. There you go, my bad. I clicked too fast, sorry guys. I don't really get her reasoning. Also directs an intent gaze at me. Didn't I just tell you? I'm not as knowledgeable as you about myths. Like, what exactly is she talking about? Oh, that's sweet. Okay then, that's cool. I don't really think that can be classified as doing Astro Circle activities. It's a club, you hang out and talk, it's fine. Nice. Sounds good to me. Well, consider my interest piqued. Got no choice. I think this is the second choice so far. Alright, so, tell her, or don't tell her. So, like I said, you know, I know that the routes, like, there are specific locked routes, and I think the only two you can get on right now is Isuzu, and I think it's actually Isuzu and Aso. I think those are the only two you can get on in the beginning. I forget, actually. But I know Isuzu is one of them. And then afterwards, two more clear up, one of which is Chinami, I think, yeah, one of which is Chinami, and I think the other one is, I think the other one's Kosame? I think, and then I think after that Komomo's clears, I'd have to check that again, I think after that Komomo's clears up. But either way, reason being I'm mentioning this right now is because, I think I told you guys before in one of my earlier videos, but I'm trying to get on the Isuzu route. So if we don't get on it, then it's fine. We'll take whoever we get, we're going with. But I'm trying to get onto Isuzu's route, since that's what I'm trying to do. Unfortunately, also, I'm gonna have to be a bit distant to you. This never works whenever I try to do it this way, but anytime I play a visual novel, I try to be distant to everybody else but the one I'm trying to get on the route. Every time I fuck it up and I get a bad ending. It never works. But I'm gonna try it anyway. So as much as I freaking love Aso, because Aso's been great so far, I love her, but as much as I love you, I really want to do Isuzu's route. So I'm gonna have to not tell you about my secret past. Don't tell her. Sorry. Also laughs out all of a sudden. Oh, cool. She just hand waves it. I don't have to say anything. Even though I still made the choice. I don't know whether it's written on my face that I don't want to talk about it or what, but also it backs down of her own accord. Yeah. I plan on going there once it gets dark. Yes, quite literally it does. Yeah. Yep. No. No, she won't. Look, I keep telling you, she has nothing to do with this. Seems like Asa isn't quite convinced. Oh, she was talking about the lookout girl, not Mare. Which, okay. I mean, she hasn't shown up at all, so I don't know if she's ever shown up, to be completely honest with you. Seems like Asa isn't quite convinced. Wanna come along? We could do some stargazing there like last time. It might create some problems if we do that as a circle, but it should be fine if it's just you and me on our own time. So, what do you say? The night sky is clear today. Mare might be there. I've been wanting to have someone else meet Mare. I suppose that doing so will help me get closer to uncovering who or what Mare really is. I mean, she told us she's a soul reaper. She reaps nightmares. I'm the one who invited you. I said that weird, sorry. My bad. I'm the one who invited you, so naturally, it's all up to you whether you want to or not. Egghead. Lol. What gives? Dang, that sucks. And that hurt her mood? I don't wanna. I muster up a weak smile. Then, can I swing by your cafe this coming weekend? I'd like you to tell me the details about the job. Oh, I am doing it. Nice. Wow, she's so surprised. I mean, I am too, so you know. Yeah. I'm still planning on looking around at other places, but I'll consider your cafe along with the others. Oh, she's so happy. Guess it's hard to find part-timers because almost all Hibari high steers are preoccupied with the clubs and circles. Yeah, pretty much straight away due to family reasons on my end. That's classified. Me and Chinami are staying at a relative's house, and when you suddenly have 2 more mouths to feed, food expenses skyrocket. That is true. That makes sense. Pretty much. Nah, not at all. It's not like we're pressed in terms of finances or anything. In all truthfulness, I've never heard Aunt Shino mentioning anything like that. Quite on the contrary, she was actually opposed to either of us getting a part-time job. Then how about we do our observations this weekend? Asa's reply comes quick, like a shot. You're quite fussy about such a small detail. I doubt it really matters either way what we call it. Alrighty then. What meaning does that hang-up actually have? I don't want a cable telescope, you do it. It's your telescope. Sure, but in exchange, will you tell me all about the knacks of astronomical observation? Sorry, I mean, stargazing. You know, since it'll be my first time. Nice. The clattering sound of a door being slid open resounds. Oh, who is it? Seems like we've got company. Asa stands up, and if that, conversation has come to an end for now. Is it really him? Oh yeah, it's him.
資料室にいたんだね。無人だったから今日は僕一人なのかと思ったよ。
The moment Okazumi sees us, visible relief surfaces on his face.
てっきりテンクルに愛想を尽かして、僕一人のけ者にして退部したんじゃないかって。
Well, that would suck. The relief doesn't last long as a new wave of depression immediately washes over him.
退部なんかしませんよ。逆に今は勧誘に燃えてるんですから。
That's right.
それは助かるけどね。ただ、小笠坂くんが入ったばかりだし、統計学的にあと1年間は誰も入らないんじゃ。
Jeez. Okay then, Okazumi.
もう、自信持ってくださいってば。
That would definitely help you out a bit, not gonna lie. Senpai, do you happen to know anyone who might potentially join the Astro Circle?
あるわけないじゃないか。
Yeah, like, come on. I'm about to say, like, come on now, yo. Like, don't you think if he did, he would have asked them already? Like, come on now. The absolute conviction of that is rather disturbing.
小笠坂くんはいないのかい？
Just one, but yeah.
ありがとう。僕を慰めてくれてるんだね。
Aw. No, I'm serious.
今日の先輩は鬱に寄ってるな。こういう時の先輩って何言ってもネガティブに捉えられちゃうから。
I mean, he's happy though. This guy sure seems to have a rough life, alternating between serious mood swings, having lapses of sanity.
そういえば、小雨くんの姿が見えないね。
図書委員の仕事でお休みです。先輩こそ今日は遅かったですけど、委員会の仕事とか？
僕なんかに委員会の仕事が務まるわけないじゃないか。
Alrighty then.
先輩は一応学年総大なんですし。
I really have to say, dealing with this guy is a real chore.
僕が遅くなったのは、天文部時代の元顧問からこれを受け取っていたからさ。
Oh, interesting. Okazumi-senpai picks up this thing he had placed on a nearby desk. Oh, hello? Wait. What is this? It's some kind of telescope, but it looks like a special kind of telescope. At first glance, one might describe it as a decorative telescope.
何ですかこれ？
オルゴールだよ。
It's a music box? It's just a design. Okay, so it's like a music box, like, designed for, like, and how would I, like, an astronomy designed music box, basically. That's neat. That's really neat. Okazumi-senpai brushes over the cylindrical part of it with his
天
fingers.
文部がなくなる折に修理に出していたそうで、業者から受け取った元顧問が今まで渡すのを忘れていたらしい。
Oh, dang. So that means it's technically like property of the circle?
そう取ってもらって構わないかな。当時は天文部のシンボルみたいなものだったそうだよ。
Oh wow, is that a good symbol?
珍しい形のオルゴールですよね。なんか望遠鏡みたい。
Yeah, I know, right though?
カレイドオルゴールという名前だそうだよ。
Oh, kaleidoscope music boxes. That rings a bell, actually. Yeah, that rings a bell. I'll have to look that up later.
カレイ
Kaleidoscope? Fate Khalid, Lionel Prisma Ilium, one of the best anime of all time? You mean it goes together with a kaleidoscope?
ああ、ネジを巻いてレンズを覗けば色とりどりの光の共演を眺めることができる。
That's freaking awesome, dude.
ビーズの部分が回転する仕組みになっているんだ。万華鏡は手動で回すのが普通だけど、このカレイドオルゴールは自動で回るわけだね。
Oh, that's neat. Okazumi-senpai winds up the key at the bottom.
だから、麻生くんが言った望遠鏡というのはあながち間違いじゃないかもしれない。夜空に向けて望遠鏡を覗き込めば、この万華鏡に引けを取らない色とりどりの星の共演を観測できるのだから。
True.
ってオルゴール鳴ってないですよ。
あれ？
Yeah, supposed to play music. Okazumi-senpai peeks at the bottom and once again winds up the key. The key itself is spinning, but the vital melody is nowhere to be heard.
おかしいな。
Huh.
修理は終わったと聞いているんだけど。
Yeah, that is weird. It has been broken before?
そのようだね。長い間壊れたままだったらしいけど、天文部がテンクルに変わるのをきっかけに、誰かが修理に出したんじゃないかな。
でも、治ってないですよね。
おかしいな。元顧問に聞いてこようかな。
Music box in hand, Okaizumi-senpai leaves the room while tilting his head in puzzlement.
また二人になっちゃったね。
Well, I've been wondering, that former advisor Okaizumi-senpai was talking about used to be the astronomy club's advisor, right?
そうみたいだね。私はどの先生か知らないけど。
Oh wow, so even you don't know him, huh?
岡泉先輩から聞いた話だと、授業してる時はずっと黒板向いてて、絶対に生徒の方に振り向かないっていう面白い先生なんだって。
Wow, Okaizumi calling somebody weird stands out quite a bit, not gonna lie. Can you actually teach classes like that? So does the Astro Circle not have an advisor?
部活ならまだしも、サークルにまで顧問がいたら先生が何人いても足りないよ。
Fair enough. Guess that just speaks to the sheer number of circles here at this school.
それに、文化部は顧問がいない方が多いんじゃないかな。テンクルだって必要ないって思うし。
True. We can all just basically ask you if there's something we don't know.
岡泉先輩も天体観測に詳しいからね。
So what should we do now?
どうしよっか。岡泉先輩、いつ戻ってくるかわからないし。
How about we go member hunting? Sounds like a good idea to me.
この時間だと部活やってる生徒しか捕まらないよ。やるんだったら朝の方がいいかも。
Fair enough. Kind of a tall order there.
父ちゃん、いつも遅刻ギリギリに登校だもんね。
Hey, hey, leave me alone, alright? My job will be to win hours on over. So I suppose I'll lend you a hand. I'll let you handle that. I know what I was trying to say. Lol, nice. One moment she appears sulky, but the next she swiftly puts up a smile again.
私もまだ家の手伝いまで時間あるし、展望台行ってみよっか。
Well, that sounds nice. Now?
今から。
Yeah, let's do it. Come on. It kind of goes without saying, but we're not going to be able to see any stars at this time of day. Also, that makes it the second time she switched into dog mode. Dog mode.
大がてらってことでどう？
Yeah, sounds good. I feel like I've got no reason to turn her down. However, Mare won't be there if we go at this time. Accordingly, it means I'll have to go there again at night, which might be the cause of my hesitation. Can we leave that for some other time? There's actually something else I'm interested in doing. I'll not just make up a polite way to decline her offer. It is the truth.
別にいいけど、用事でもあるの？
Kind of. I've been wanting for a good chance to go research into something.
何調べるの？
The motive life of Grim Reaper girls. Lol, flippin' A darn dude. Aso's face is completely dumbfounded. I mean, I would be too.
小笠坂さん、それにアッソさんも。
Hey, Kasame, what's up, girl? Noticing us as we enter the library, Kasame-san, who had been sitting at the counter desk, stands up.
小雨ちゃん、お疲れ様。葵さんの勧誘は成功しましたか？
That would be a cold, hard no. Or we could say that.
わかりやすい返答、ありがとうございます。
The two of them really understand each other well.
テンクルの活動はどうしたんですか？ようちゃんがね、図書室に用事があるんだって。小笠坂さん、また調べ物ですか？
Essentially, yeah.
またって、ようちゃん死神に興味あるの？
Darn right I am, if they're cute lolly girls. Like, oh man, like Tina from Saku Saku. Oh, that's my favorite Grim Reaper right there. Well, that was just kind of like a figure of speech. It would be much too difficult to go about explaining Mare to them. First years that are into those. Kusami-san states all too nonchalantly. Wait, what? What urban legend? What are you guys talking about? Hello? Guys, explain. What urban legend? Hello? Please clarify. Flippin' darn it, you two? Back up a bit. Yeah, like geez, dude. I am taken aback by this totally unexpected rapid development. Same, yo, same. Do you guys all know about Mare? A Grim Reaper's, yeah? Huh. I didn't make nothing up. That's her name. Wait a second. I'm not following. Why am I being criticized now? What's that Hibari High urban legend anyway? Yes, thank you, yo. When you cross the Grim Reaper's path, it tears you apart from the one you love out. Goodness gracious. And it doesn't say, like, so far the legend doesn't say she, it says it. So, that's something to note too. The Grim Reaper of Love. Dude, that's actually legitimately terrifying. Huh. There's an urban legend like that at this school? But I've never heard anyone in our class mention it before. Freshman, huh? Interesting. Man, now I really want to get on the Isuzu route, because Isuzu is a freshman. So is Chinami, but she just moved here, so she would have heard about it until recently as well. But Isuzu might know a lot about it. Yeah, now I really want to play the Isuzu route. I didn't know about the rumor, I'm talking about Mare. Nope, I'd actually never heard of it before. Yep. I don't think so. That face though. Somehow, I feel like we were on separate pages here. Yeah, I think so. Can you go into a little more detail about that Grim Reaper rumor? That's very interesting, but I mean, well, you know, rumors, so yeah. You mean that the Grim Reaper tears apart couples? That's freaking crazy, dude. What does that Grim Reaper look like?
死神だから鎌とか持ってるんじゃない？
Thanks, also. That really narrows it down.
姿に限らず、年も性別も千差万別ですよ。
That also doesn't help in the slightest. What about the place where the Grim Reaper shows up?
ヒバリ校の都市伝説だし、ヒバリ校じゃない？普通に考えればそうですよね。
Did some rumor ever mention the Grim Reaper appearing at the lookout?
小雨ちゃん、聞いたことある？どうでしょう。そういった話もあるかもしれませんね。
But I don't. So there's ultimately no way to judge whether that rumor is about Mare or not, yeah? Well, it is just some measly urban legend in the first place, so I'm obviously not going to take it at face value anyway. If that Grim Reaper really is referring to Mare, however, does that mean those who meet her are torn apart from the one they love? Since I've already met her several times, does that mean I've been torn apart from someone I was in love with? Yeah, okay, I was about to say, but he just mentioned it, so okay. I've forgotten the lookout girl's name due to Mare. So does that mean that is the result of tearing us apart?
ようちゃんがシアンモードに入っちゃった。昔もよくあったんですか？小学生の頃のようちゃんはいつもシアンモードだったかな？
Wow. Wow, okay, also. Beta. Nice. However, the reason that I can't meet the lookout girl isn't necessarily Mare's fault. Even if I hadn't met Mare, chances on my probability of seeing her again would have remained slim all the same. Yeah, but we forgot her name. Literally because Mare reaped our nightmare. Since if the lookout girl did leave Hibarigasaki like I think she did, even remembering her name wouldn't put me in any better of a position. That's a fair point, actually. Okay. Never mind then. And above all, the fact is, I'm not in love with her. You said, like, it was like... No, didn't he say in the beginning that it was like, in a way, love? Huh. Well, oh shit, I clicked too fast. My bad. Hold a minute, I'm sorry also, I clicked too fast. Give me a sec. Give me a sec also. My bad. Well, guess I'll come back to that later. There we go. Thank you also. What is she talking about?
Kogasaka-san, 図書室に来たということは、何か本をお探しなんですよね。
Right. I'd appreciate it if you could help me with that again.
記憶喪失に関する本ですか?
Not that this time. Something else. No, I'm thinking some different ones this time. Yeah.
どんな本ですか?
I then explained to her what I've come here for. I want to learn about hallucinations. For example, if a person ever stumbled across a ghost or alien in real life, I imagine the gut reaction would be disbelief. Usually, you would ask yourself if you were just hallucinating, or if you were just exhausted. Stuff like that, rather than taking it as fact. True. I am no exception to that. I am also questioning whether or not Mare was just a figment of my imagination. That's very fair. I can see why you would. I can see why you would want to look into this. I've witnessed Mare doing things several times that should be impossible by any standard of logic. Stuff like disappearing in front of me, or stabbing my chest with her scythe. My mind isn't imaginative and flexible enough to just readily accept that as reality. Does Mare really exist? If she is indeed a hallucination, then why am I hallucinating in the first place? These are the two most important points. Together with feelings of appreciation towards her, I opened the book Kosame-san got me. Just like when I researched into memory loss for the time being, I only go for the topics that catch my interest. When it comes to what situations cause people to hallucinate, there are multiple such possibilities. The most common ones being drug usage, stress, alcohol, mental illness, fever, severe blood loss, and dysfunction of the brain due to receiving a heavy impact to the head. Yep. It looks like a wide variety of causes at first, but they actually also have something in common with each other, which is that ultimately, they each lead to an abnormal secretion of dopamine and endorphins, that's right, which then brings about the hallucination. Apparently when that occurs, people enter into a state that closely resembles that of when they're asleep, called onoroid state. Dreams often carry messages that you aren't conspicuously able to perceive, that you go through mysterious experiences. Yeah, the good old craziness of the subconscious mind. I love whole stuff about dreams and all that, so yeah, all this is really familiar to me, and I'm freaking loving it. Like, I'm loving it to going through this in this game. It's awesome. That is because the limiter on perceptive information deactivates, rendering the brain unable to restrict and control the information you perceive from your surroundings and memories. As a result, it would seem that in some cases, your current feelings or past memories too can manifest in the form of a hallucination. So, if I assume Mare to be a hallucination, that means all this time I've been having what is essentially the equivalent of a dream. Maybe I've simply been projecting my memories of the lookout girl onto the canvas of reality, which then manifests as Mare. Dude, that'd be wild. She might be a Grim Reaper that is purely a product of my past. Dude, that's insane. I found a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, something rather unpleasant. Well, yeah, to him it's unpleasant, because, like, he's the one going through it. To him it's obviously unpleasant and concerning. To me it's really cool, because I have actually researched this myself, so I find it really cool to see it in the game. But yeah, obviously it sucks for you. In psychology, there is a term, self-defense mechanism, yep. When a person receives stimuli that may prove mentally damaging, the brain subconsciously attempts to find a way that upholds one's well-being and chooses certain methods to meet that end. Yep. That's right. That contrivance of our mind is generally what is referred to as a self-defense mechanism. Take, for instance, when you can't get a good score in an exam, despite putting in hours of studying, you then naturally try to justify the outcome through any way possible. That is what we refer to as rationalization. Yep, exactly. Besides that, you can also look at a situation like when your school defeats another school in a sports match, and you then boast about it as if you were the one who was down there playing the game. That is what we call identification. Yet another example is the way in which people often tease the person they have a crush on. That is referred to as reaction formation. The point is, if my theory actually does prove true, that means I can't speak apparently. That means I've been reliving my memories in order to satisfy this mental craving. There we go. It leads to quite the pitiful conclusion if, due to accumulated stress from not getting any leads on the lookout girl's whereabouts, I've conjured up a hallucination to relieve that stress. To make things worse, that actually explains why Mare is practically a mirror image of the lookout girl. That would completely explain that part. Also, I must have been bored while I was doing my research, but she's waited for me the whole time nonetheless. Oh, that's really nice of her. Well, I got something out of it that I don't quite want to believe. Well... Do I have the right to keep silent? Darn it. Shit. Thank you, Kosame. I love you. Also, I do it. Time-wise, it is practically evening already. As I stand the course for summer days, though, it is still just as bright outside as it was during the daytime. I close the open book in front of me. Thanks, Kusame-san. You were a great help. Also, what about the cafe? I mean, you said you had to help out.
そういえば、そろそろ帰らないと。
She just forgot.
図書室ももう少しで閉める時間ですし、今日はこれでお開きですね。
Alright then.
ようちゃん、一緒に帰る？
I'm planning on swinging by the lookout, so I considered turning her down for a moment, but ultimately decided against it. Sure, why not? I felt like Aso's mood will turn sour again if I say no, probably. I've said no to her I've said no to her about 2 sinks already, so you know. Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go with her right now. Heading to the lookout after dropping by the house first poses no problem. Alright then.
手伝いがなかったら帰る前に展望台寄りたかったんだけどね。
Also rocks on my right. She also sits to my right in the classroom, so it's almost like that's become our own reserved spot. Nice.
残念だな。ようちゃんと星にしたかったのに。
Weekend's right around the corner, so there's no real need to rush it. There we go. I can't speak.
その日が晴れって保証はないもん。今日は晴れだけどさ。
Really? Seems slightly clouded, actually.
でも雨は降らないよ。絶対。
Is that what the weather forecast said?
私の天気予報が言ってたの。
Wow. Okay then. Also. So in other words, you're just throwing darts.
そうじゃないよ。
Lies. Blatant lies. Also passes me, then spins around to face me.
私の雨警報は天気予報よりも当たるんだから。
You know what? Actually, I don't doubt that. The weather forecast is usually pretty chip. She puffs up her chest in an expression of boast. What's this rain alarm you speak of?
雨足がね、聞こえるんだよ。雨が近いとね。
Wait, for real though? Like no joke? What? Before it actually rains, you mean? Like seriously? Like drip drop?
キーンキーン。
Wow, okay then. What kind of rain is that supposed to be?
だから警報なんだってば。キーンキーンって。
Zoom zoom. Sounds like an airplane to me.
そうだね。そんな音なのかもしれない。
Okay.
飛行機なんて乗ったことないけどね。
Also moves to my right again.
ヒバリガサキって北にあるから、もともと梅雨の時期が短いけど、今年はそれが顕著みたい。私の雨警報もずっとお休みしてるんだ。
And that rain alarm is accurate?
的中率 100%。
She puffs up her chest yet again. Doing that really brings an emphasis to her breast. So yeah, I really wish she wouldn't. What you mean? What? You got a problem?
4月入ってから一度も塗ってないんだよね。
You got a problem with this? What do you mean? They look nice. What you talking about, yo? I'm sorry. I can't help it. Anyway. Well, in that case, since your alarm isn't ringing, we'll have clear weather this weekend as well.
そうだね。楽しみだな。
Chatting along the way makes the long hill road feel short. We've already reached the foot.
私、明日は早めに学校行って、テンクルの勧誘ポスター作ってみるよ。掲示板に貼れば少しは効果があるかも。
I guess I'll design a recruitment flyer at home.
勧誘、手伝ってくれるの？
Of course I am. Of course, yeah.
でも、葵さんの方だけやるって言ってたから。
I was just playing around. Yeah, see, just a joke. Also help out hunting for other members. Also displays a carefree smile.
チラシ作って配るの？
Yeah, doing it in the mornings would be rough for me, so I'm thinking of heading to the school gate right after afternoon homeroom and handing the flowers out to all the students that head home. By doing it that way, I can focus my efforts almost entirely on the students that aren't part of any club or circle.
さすがようちゃん、ナイスアイデア。私も手伝うよ。
Nice. Okay, see you tomorrow then.
Bye bye!
Bye, also. I love you. Also waves goodbye as she runs off in the direction of the shopping district. I suppose there isn't much time left until she has to start working. After she makes a turn on the road and disappears from my sight, I go through the front gate of her house. I'll head for the lookout right after dropping off my bag. Oh no. Jeez, dude. Man, dude. So, lots of crazy shit going down. Man, like, we're freaking out, thinking, wondering if Mare's a hallucination or not. Like, what's going on with all that? The ones about that freaking Soul Reaper rumor and everything. This music's freaking insane and phenomenal, and I love it. But, dude, we're looking at that Grim Reaper rumor? Like, the Grim Reaper that tears you apart from who you love, from the one you love. Tears couples apart, huh? I wonder if that'll... Dude, why is this music going so hard? I wonder if that, like I was saying, I wonder if that whole thing of the Grim Reaper rumor will play a part in the routes, then. That'd be very interesting. Like, especially since I know, like, there are locked routes. Ooh, we got lots of very juicy plot coming, I'm sure. I can't wait for it. Oh, jeez, dude. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what this whole overarching story is about, man. Oh, it's gonna be great, I'm sure, because this is a really popular and well-known visual novel. One of the most popular and well-known of its kind. Like, you know, of this genre of visual novels too. So that's awesome. I can't wait to see what it's all about. But yeah, oh yeah. Also, we tried to recruit Aoi. Aoi / Isuzu. I want to call her Suzu. So we tried to recruit Isuzu, and she refused. But we'll get her eventually, I'm sure. We're gonna get her in the club eventually. We will. You make no mistake, Isuzu. We will recruit you. Watch, I'm gonna make the best flyers ever, and she's gonna be smitten. Then we'll be on her route. That's right. Watch, it's gonna happen. I'm calling it now. Oh man, it's probably not, but we will be on a route, hopefully. If I don't flop anything up like I usually do. Flip it, ain't done it.